Hello everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft All the Mods 10. In my previous episode, I discovered how addictive the crate mod is. I made a simple setup using just a press and 2 fans, which will give me pretty much all the basic items in the crate mod, and powered all of it with just the 2 water wheels at the front of my base. So in this episode, I set out to make a real base as well as making a massive steam engine to power my factories. Steam engines in this game are extremely powerful. They give a ridiculous amount of stress units for the amount of space they take up. So it is the best form of getting stress units in this game. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get this video started. Now, before I could even think about building that steam engine, I needed a base. I don't really have a whole lot of crate mod stuff right now, so I really need to work towards having a solid home, a lot of chests. That little house I have is too small. Luckily, I found the perfect spot to build. There's this little area where the water takes a bit more into the forest, and I think I can have a nice coastline build here, with half my base being water and land. The first thing I built was a little tower in the water. It was going to be pretty much like the thing that sticks out farthest. I don't want all of my base above water, I mainly just want like some of it going out. Think of this like a little lookout tower, or maybe even a lighthouse. Also, if you like or don't like my builds, please leave a message in the comments. I'm trying to improve and I really want a better visual for y'all. Check this out real quick. I made a bridge that's going to go over to my dock on the coast. I think it looks nice. It's very simple though. I'm still not sure what I want to do for the platform though. I know I'm going to have like a somewhat medieval style type of building. And I might have like a crate mod house that you can go and grab all the basic stuff from. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Next step was making this little pier looking thing. I put pillars going into the water, and it's gonna be like 3 blocks out from where the main body of this platform is. I wanted some depth, not just it going straight down to the water. I'd finished doing the outline and also finished the piers underneath them. I filled in the platform with cobblestone, 1 layer lower than it's supposed to be. I wanted to have at least a little bit of thickness to this floor, so if something goes wrong, I don't fall into water. Which I did light this up afterwards. I didn't let anything spawn underneath it. I'm not evil or anything. Alright, after laying down the floor, I need to put a little bit of detail into this. I found a picture online that I really liked. Here it is. It's stone, moss, cobblestone, mossy bricks, and that's about it. Just combine all that, and you get a pretty good floor. And remember, it's okay to take inspiration from other people. I'm by no means a good builder, but like looking at images of other people's builds, I like to take ideas here and there and apply it to my own stuff. And check out how this turned out. I mean, this is a great withered floor look. I'm not gonna have this as the inside of buildings, of course. I'll have their own floors, but this is great for the platform overall. Alright, right here, I'm gonna do a little bit of future planning. I don't want any big factories up here on the top where my main buildings are. I want my main buildings to be mostly lived in. So I'm gonna make a tunnel that goes down, maybe 40 or 50 blocks, and that's where I'm going to have all my factories at. Underground. That way I can expand them if I need to. While I was making this staircase, I came to the realization I'm not really thinking with the crate mod. I remembered that the crate mod has an elevator pulley, and then I made this big staircase for absolutely no reason because I could just have it go up down elevator style. So my new main goal right now was just to get brass. That way I can unlock the brass age. There's a lot of very good stuff in the brass age. But as for brass, all you need to do is mix copper and zinc together. Now the only problem I have is just getting a blaze burner, which I can only get from the nether because you need blazes to make a blaze burner. Either way, I needed to go to the nether. Luckily, I found this portal earlier that only had 1 obsidian missing, so I set it up and just went through. Oh my god, the nether looks so different. Oh, wait. Is that a bastion? Wait, what am I talking about? I need a fortress. Fortress torches? No. What are those torches for? Oh, wait. Ooh, hello. I have found a fortress. I still really want to go check those out later though. Those look interesting. I don't see anything next to them. They're just big torches. I've made it to the fortress. Now all I have to do is go up there and find a blaze spawner real fast. Alright, where is a blaze spawner at? Oh my god, what the heck is this? It's a whole castle. This is just straight up a castle. How do I get inside? There's a button here. That's just gonna explode. I guess we're breaking in. Alright. Dude, this is easy. Look, they set up a whole little gate here that's supposed to... Wait, hold on. I can just steal all this. This is just a bunch of free stuff. You're crazy if you don't think I steal a bunch of crate stuff. This is all free. Look at this haul I got. Bunch of free stuff. I love this. It might be crazy to say, but I think I like the crate stuff more than the loot in the building. I just realized I walked right by one. It's right there. Alright, all I have to do is fill up my blaze burner. Just right click on the blaze and it'll go straight into it. And if you need to fill up a bunch of blaze burners, fun tip here, if you right click on the spawner itself, it'll fill up as many as you need. It's an infinite source. Alright, we're back at the base. Now all I have to do is make a mixer and make some brass. I need to press 5 iron into plates real quick. And then after that, all I need is 2 andesite ingots. Ah, there they are. Alright, put those in my inventory, walk over here, and that is a whisk. This is the head of the, whatchamacallit, mixer. Okay, I'm gonna put my blaze burner in the floor, basin right above it, and cut a little hole out. And there we go. Alright, now I should be able to make brass. Aha, this is lovely. Now we're making brass. There's so much stuff I can make with this. But the main thing I'm thinking about right now is that elevator. All of that was just to make that elevator. And other things in the future, of course, but I want my fun-elevator. Find the elevator pulley and BAM! I now have the elevator. This is gonna be awesome. Now that I have the elevator pulley, I only needed to make 2 more things. Contraption controls and also redstone contacts. The contraption controls lets you control which floor you want to go to by scrolling your wheel and just right clicking whenever you find the floor you want. And the redstone contacts are where you set the floors manually. You have to put them in the wall and line them up with the elevator. I'll show you them whenever I'm making it. Also, I found a bomb. Oh my god! I broke the shaft, no! Okay, to make redstone contacts, I need polished rose quartz, which is very simply made by right-clicking sandpaper on rose quartz that is on the ground. And hey, the sandpaper is even easier to make. You'll never guess the recipe. It's sand plus paper. If you combine the polished rose quartz with the iron plates I pressed earlier, you get electron tubes. Very neat. I only really need a couple of these because I'm only making 2 redstone contacts. At least that's all you need for the elevator. Actually, no, you need 3. What am I talking about? 1 on the elevator, 1 at the top stop, and 1 at the bottom. Who is Redstone, and why are they contacting me? These pulleys are so easy to use. You just give them power and assemble your elevator by right-clicking it. Well, it has to all be glued, but yeah. Alright, let's see how I want to design this. I have this purplish wood, and I'm not too sure about how I like it. I'll probably change the wood in a bit, but I've got these frame blocks for the corners to make the elevator more spacious on the inside, because since it's a 3x3, using full blocks would make it way too small. And keeping with the purple theme, I used the logs form of it, which is these cool mystical, like, it's got patterns on it. I really like the way it looks, but it doesn't fit the theme I'm going for. Anyway, here is the water wheels that I use to power the thing. I just gotta build a gear ratio real quick. The faster the input you give it, the faster the elevator will go up and down. So I really wanted this fast. Also, while I'm sitting here editing, I realized I did something stupid. I could have just put 2 small cogs right next to each other. I wasted a lot of material there. Okay, let's go for a test. Yeah, it's faster than I thought, honestly. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna change this real quick. I don't really like the purple swirly dirly. Good old-fashioned spruce. Oh, you stand on the elevators? Go, 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 go. Now spin. Oh my god, your head spins! What the hell? No way. Okay, shenanigans aside, it is time to build a house. I needed a building up here to store my items. I'm tired of going back and forth between my base. I've started a very simple house. This is gonna be like the storeroom, and I want to have like a second floor above it. I don't really know what I'll do with it yet, though. Did a small redesign. I wanted windows on this, so I had to space it out next to the pillars. Want to make sure everything's, you know, in line. Have y'all ever used the frame blocks mod? It's so good. Look at that, you can make such cool little details here. Like I put some pillars underneath these logs. They just look perfect. Boom, bop, bam, pow, oops. Bink, boonk. Oh god, there's a zombie after me. No, get away from me, zombie. And yes, I did remember to de-age my floor. I don't want grass there. I'm almost done with this house, but I have no clue what to do for the roof. It's probably gonna look bad. Okay, I went and made a really stupid simple design. It's just pretty much a flat roof with a little bit of slope on the edge of it. Anywho, I don't know what to do for the top area of this. If y'all have a suggestion, tell me, or if y'all want me to change it, let me know. I have finished the storehouse! I also acquired Larry, my new pet chicken. I found him floating out in the middle of the little river that I'm on, and figured I may as well save him, and I adopted him. He is now the storehouse watcher. Anyone who steals on Larry's watch will be obliterated. And that's enough distractions. It's time to actually do the real create mod stuff. I need to make a room down here for my create mod stuff. I mainly want to make a steam engine because I lack stress units, a severe lack. So we're gonna work on that. And the plus side, while I'm mining all this out, I get a bunch of ores. But anyways, I'm gonna do a quick little montage just to show y'all me digging this out. And here's how we look so far. I cleared out quite a bit of space down here. And now I'm gonna put some pillars. I want like supports on both sides, and I have a front desk right there that you'll see right as you get out of the elevator. I'm making sure to put like a 3-block gap from these pillars to the wall. That way I can have shafts, cogs, all types of machinery behind the wall without having to, you know, have it out in the open. I don't want to have too much stuff visible. To add more detail, I'm going to use spruce stripped logs along the wall, but I don't really have a lot of spruce logs right now, so I've devised a dubious plan to solve this problem. In the crate mod, you're able to make minecart contraptions. So what I'm going to do is put a deployer and a saw on a minecart and have it go back and forth, so it chops and plants saplings at the same time. I just need to give it a bit of powered rails. Okay, designing time. Any blocks you put on top of the minecart block will become part of the minecart the moment it's activated, as long as everything's glued together, of course. So I'm thinking I have a block in the center, and the saw and deployer are on opposite sides. Well, no, I'm gonna put the chest in the center actually. I don't need a block there. And the last thing to get this working is just to give it saplings and dirt. Now we'll see if it gives me infinite wood. Glue these together, and we are ready to activate. I just gotta give it saplings, and boom! it. Oh, I gotta move it. Yeah, look at it go! Hell yeah. Look, now it just chops trees every time it goes by one. And it gets the whole tree in one go. Now that I have unlimited spruce logs, I can finally start building my walls! Yay! And that's the simple design I'm choosing for this base. All I have to do is add a little bit at the top to fill in the gap, and I'll have it all nice and sprucey in here. I went ahead and finished all the walls, and also check this out. I made a little display sign. Look at what it says. I figured out how to make it change text every now and then by putting a bunch of potatoes on a conveyor belt, and it just reads it and puts it on the board. I don't know why I'm so happy with this. This is so cool. Now it's time for the big thing. I need to start prepping for the steam engine. I want 2 containers here, both for lava, and then one on the other side for water. Cool little tip about these fluid containers, if you right click the top of them while holding the same block, it stacks them. So if you have a 2x2 or a 3x3, it fills it in all the way. Now, to power steam engines in the crate mod, you need a fuel source, which would usually be some type of coal, wood, or blaze cakes, which is usually the best. But I've installed a mod that lets you use lava by piping it straight into the blaze burner. So, we're going to take lava straight from the source, the nether source. Using the hose pulley, if you have the rope go all the way down into the lava, as long as the source, whatever liquid, has more than 10,000 blocks of it, it is considered infinite. So I'm going to use this feature to infinitely fill up my my steam engine. That way I always have power for free. Unfortunately, this does take power to use, so I made a quick little windmill in the nether, which I'm surprised there's wind down here, but I won't question it, you know? Gets the job done. Now, as I do not have trains yet, I'm going to use a cool little technique. If you throw an item through another portal, it actually goes through accurately. So let's say I throw a bucket through, it'll go through the same side every time on the same corner. So, we can fill up iron buckets here, and just have them go in and out of the portal to fill up those containers back in my base. By the way, the thing I'm using to fill up the iron bucket is called a spout. You put the item that you need to fill underneath it, and it does it by itself. It does iron buckets, bottles, anything that has a recipe involving it. Now we're just gonna hook up this pump, and we should be getting, yep, lava. Now back at the overworld, I had to set up the receiving side. Now on this side, I need a specific item called a item drain. It's pretty much the spout, but reverse. If it's a bucket or bottle, it'll empty it. It also picks up experience if you need to. And as you can see here, all I did was throw the bucket into another portal, and out it comes filled with lava. Infinite lava source. Now for the final chapter of this video, the steam engine. Just like before, if you right click with the block, it'll make it go all the way up, no matter how big it is. But with steam engines, the bigger the steam engine, the more water and the more heat you'll need. Lava serves its purpose, but if I were to use, let's say, blaze cakes, it would give a better heat, meaning more stress units. And yes, if you do have something lacking, like water or heat, it does make your stress units go down. It doesn't stop it, but it does make it go down. So for my base at least, it's going to be making more than enough stress units that I need. I'm just happy to have a steam engine, you know? No more water wheels. Headed back to the nether, I filled up my blaze burners. There was 3 here, but cool technique, I don't know if I mentioned yet. If you right click the spawner itself, it fills it up even if there's not a mob there. So now I don't have to hunt down blazes, or get cooked by them. They hurt. Now the last thing I needed to get my steam engine running was just a quick water container. Now, technically you don't need a water container. The steam engine itself is one, but for the purpose of symmetry, I wanted a container on both sides. as I did the lava. Also, I don't know how the fluid works in this game too much. I'm not sure if pipes evenly split themselves, or if like whatever's closest to the input gets filled faster. If anyone knows that, please let me know down in the comments, because that would greatly change how I set this up. We're finally done! Look at this! So many stress units now, so many. You've made it to the end of the video! I want to thank you for watching this far. If you want to leave a like and subscribe, it would be so greatly appreciated. And I read comments. I'd really like to hear what y'all say, and any input on what y'all want to see me do with this mod pack. Other than that, I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later!